Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at 7 of the best liquor store POS systems when it comes to selling liquor, beer, wine in a store. That's what we're going to be diving into here in today's video. Again, the best liquor store point of sale systems and software for you in your business. Now, before we dive into things, of course, I do want to mention if you want to check out any of the companies mentioned here in today's video, you can go and check out those links linked down below in the video description. Again, some of which are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the list. So at the number 1 spot, we have Square. Now, it should be no surprise that Square is a very popular point of sale system and software, and they do also specialize in the Square for retail, including wine shops and liquor stores, as well, as you can see here. So if you're selling wine or liquor or even beer as well, a lot of different liquor stores do sell a variety of different types of products, of course, and Square does also service those markets. So as you can see here, if you're running multiple locations, that can also work as well, and Square can be a very good system for people who are selling in the retail space. They're very popular. You can set up a website with them. You can set up pretty much most things that you would really need is available with Square, and they even do have a completely free plan as well. Again, links are linked down below in the video description if you are interested in following along or checking out any of the companies mentioned here in today's video as we go through things. So Square is a very popular platform, as I had already mentioned, and they do have a lot of resources for a variety of different types of businesses, including restaurants and other types of industries as well. But within that sector of the retail side of things, of course, you can also sell a variety of products, including wine and liquor. They include a variety of different inventory tracking software included with their system. So now they do have 2 different versions of Square if you need the free version or if you're going to upgrade to the pro version. Most people watching this video that have an actual brick and mortar business for a liquor store will probably end up needing the pro version, which we'll get into pricing in a little bit here. I'm not going to be focusing too much on pricing throughout this video in general, just as a general disclaimer, because a lot of the pricing does depend on the type of hardware you need, not even just the software as well. And that really does vary a lot depending on the size, scope, and scale of your overall operation. So generally, especially for people looking at, liquor store POS systems, I would highly advise probably contacting the sales team, setting up a demo or something with like that to that effect when you're looking at signing up for any of these different POS systems or software, just because they can give you custom credit card processing rates as well, depending on your overall total sales volume. Square can do that as well, and that can save you some money, so you get more of a better comparison versus even just when you talk to somebody with any of these companies, you can get a better look at the actual pricing that you may have, because it really does vary business to business, whether you're just getting started as a brand new beginner or if you already have an established business and you're looking to upgrade your overall technology systems. It really can vary a lot. So I did also want to just mention that as well as a disclaimer here. Now with Square, you can also sell online, like I mentioned. So again, some products people need to pick up in store. You can do that as well, so they can buy wine and liquor online, and then they can go ahead and pick it up. So you can according to stay within how things work within the industry. They do also have a loyalty program, marketing program. Now, some of the add-ons for Square within their marketing are paid add-ons, so do keep that in mind as well. And honestly, that's going to be very similar for a lot of the different companies out there, but that's especially true for Square. Even if you're just looking at their free version, you are still going to have to pay for the hardware if you need a cash register or a variety of different types of things like that, printing receipts, scanners as well. Especially with inventory tracking, you're probably going to need some scanners. So do keep that in mind as well when you're looking at all these different companies. But Square is a popular option. I do like them a lot just because they are very easy to use, and they are also quite versatile in terms of all the different industries. Like I mentioned, maybe if you even have a combination, if you have a wine or liquor store, and maybe you also sell some other types of products, it could also work in that case, because they also service a variety of different types of industries. I would say, though, some of the higher risk industries, like some of the smoke shop type stuff, I wouldn't necessarily recommend for Square, there are better solutions. We'll be getting into that later in this video. So some of the higher risk industries and certain types of products that you might sell at a liquor store might be better suited for other companies, just given Square's like tighter systems in terms of, you know, payment processing and all those kind of things. So do keep that in mind as like a slight caveat, slight disclaimer. Maybe they're not the best for those types of products, but if you're selling just general basic products that are pretty popular, that are not in any kind of restricted industries, so to speak, even though, you know, technically like beer, wine, liquor is sort of restricted. If it's not, you get what I mean in terms of restricted industries. If you're not in the higher risk sector, then you probably would have a fine time with Square. But if you are in those industries, there are better solutions out there for that. As you can see here with the free version versus the plus version is per month per location at that $89 for the plus. But that does include like a lot of the inventory tracking, advanced systems like printing barcodes, a lot of things you would need for a brick and mortar business. You do also get slightly better processing rates with that as well. So, but if you're a brand new beginner, you can even get started on their free version and just start processing cards, especially if you're like a really small business. You can even process payments just directly on your phone as well with Square, which is pretty cool. So again, it is a good solution overall. Moving in at the number 2 spot, we have Lightspeed. Now, Lightspeed is a really good solution for scaling businesses, more advanced setups. If you have multiple locations, if you have huge inventories, Lightspeed can be a really good solution, especially for the wine and liquor store industry within, you know, liquor store point of sale systems. Lightspeed does specialize in a lot of different industries and business types, including retail, as well as you can see here with CBD as well. So if you are in the restricted vapes as well, so if you are sort of in those side of things within your liquor store, if you also sell those types of products, which I get that not necessarily everybody does, but if you do, Lightspeed could be that better solution in those sort of semi-restricted industries. In terms of selling those types of products within your retail store. In addition to that, they do also offer the same types of e-commerce, marketing, and loyalty programs, the scanners, all the types of things that you would typically need. You can set up purchase orders and things like that within your store. So really a lot of the same types of things when it comes to each different POS. Again, I would recommend, checking them out. They do have a free trial as well if you want to check them out. Links are down below in the video description, or if you want to talk to someone specifically. I will say that Lightspeed is probably better, not just for those certain types of restricted industries, if you do also sell those products in your store, but for more like scaling businesses that are a little bit higher level. Maybe you already have a brick and mortar business, certain dollar amounts, higher overall annual revenue. Lightspeed is really good at that in terms of the more enterprise level scaling businesses, lots of locations. Their systems are just a bit more scalable than Square, in my opinion, when it comes to, handling larger inventories and larger businesses. So if that's you, then, maybe give Lightspeed a shot. However, they are a little bit more expensive when it comes to their overall minimum monthly pricing. Their basic starts at $89, which I guess that does match Square in terms of their pro level. But, that doesn't necessarily include like all the same types of features. That's just their basic plan is at $89 a month versus, Square's basic is $0. So that is something worth considering, but it is not always apples to oranges in terms of everything that you may get or want. They do also have their core and plus plans, which are a bit more advanced, which, are better for, again, scaling businesses, people with multiple locations, things like that. So I would recommend checking out Lightspeed as well. They are another good option when it comes to liquor store point of sale systems. As you can see, this guy is having a good time in selling wine. Moving in, next on this list, we have Bottle POS. Now this point of sale system and company is specifically focused on liquor point of sale software. They don't service any other industries outside of like liquor stores and wine shops. So if you do want a company that is really specifically catered just to liquor, then this could be a good option. Also wine as well. I mean, wine shop, liquor store, similar type of deal. Bottle POS could be a good option if that's all that you sell, or again, if you want something that's a little bit more specified to your industry. They do also, as you can see here, they have certain tasks that they can help in terms of, saving on credit card fees because they are just more industry specific. They have industry experts that are just, again, focused specifically on liquor stores. That's why a lot of people do like them and recommend them. So I figured I would also mention Bottle POS. Because they are a very focused company on liquor stores specifically. They're one of the few that's just catering to liquor stores and wine stores as well. So, definitely recommend checking them out as well. Moving on, next in this list, we have POS Nation. Now, I have mentioned POS Nation recently in another video going over groceries and grocery stores. So they do also service liquor stores. And maybe if you have a combination of a few of these, like, as you can see here, they have tobacco, they have grocery or market and liquor store. Maybe if you have a sort of a combination store, POS Nation could be a good option for that. Or even if you just have a regular retail for liquors, that could also be good for POS Nation because they do also specialize in that as well for retail only. So they really are specific to retail. And within that, again, liquor stores could be a good option. Now, they are, again, a little bit more expensive than Square when you're looking at the starter basic plan. But again, most people probably will need that pro version as well. When you're looking at really a true brick and mortar business with tracking inventory and really getting what you would need when it comes to an actual, system for your business. So I would say, it's still fairly comparable in that respect. And they are another good option that a lot of people do like and recommend them as well. They also don't have any long-term contracts, which is a nice little benefit there. Not every POS company is necessarily going to have that. So I would recommend, checking them out, maybe get a demo. With any of the companies mentioned here in today's video, always ask about long-term contracts because that could either save you money or could be a big problem in the long run if you wanted to switch and then you're stuck in a long-term contract. So that is something else worth considering and definitely something else worth asking when you're, shopping around different POS systems. If you like them, cool. But that is something worth considering in terms of getting yourself locked into some sort of contract. Moving on, next in this list, we have Corona POS. Now, Corona POS is another popular one within the liquor store POS systems. They are also known for better handling the higher risk industries, similar to Lightspeed, if you are selling other types of products in your store, so that you don't get your money held up for a long time, which can happen with Square. I know a lot of people do complain about that with Square. Does just depend on your overall sales and specifics. Again, talking to each of these companies can give you a better picture of what that will actually look like. But Corona POS does also specialize in liquor stores. Now, they do specialize in a variety of different types of retail businesses. Primarily, as you can see here, they have convenience stores, antique shops, hobby, liquor, smoke shops, CBD as well. So they do cater similarly like Lightspeed to the more higher risk industries, vape shops as well. Within, if you are selling liquor, I get a lot of people do have sort of a multi, combination store. If not, then you still could use Corona POS. They are another good option. They do have a lot of inventory tracking, a lot of reporting features as well within their POS software. I wouldn't necessarily say it's necessarily the easiest to use compared to something like Square, just in terms of ease of use, but they are another good option. Moving on, next in this list, we have Cheers POS, which does also specifically focus on liquor stores and selling. As you can see here, it's a liquor store setup. They sell beer, wine, seltzers, liquor, all the types of things that you would see inside a liquor store. And they do specifically cater to just liquor stores, just similarly to how Bottle POS is only liquor stores. That's the same situation here with Cheers POS. So if that is intriguing to you just because they only focus on liquor stores, for liquor stores by liquor stores, then Cheers POS could be another good option worth taking a look at when you're looking at different point of sale systems. They do also have the loyalty programs, management, inventory management especially is very important in setting things up as well. The other nice thing too is they are a little bit more flexible in terms of the overall hardware that you do use with them. They can get you set up with a wider variety of different hardware than what you would maybe get with Square and Lightspeed do kind of lock you into certain hardware kind of. Whereas Cheers POS and a few of the other POS systems already mentioned are a little bit more flexible on the type of hardware that you use in your business. They also have all the reporting features and tools that you would want in a point of sale system as well. So again, they're great just because they focus really just in on that industry, laser focus. Moving on next and last but not least, we have IT Retail. Now, I also mentioned this company in my grocery POS system video, but I figured I would also include them here because they focus on the sort of retail space within like food and consumables. So if you have like a general store or a corner store, those two, or even a supermarket that does also sell beer, wine, liquor, depending on, again, your specific store, it might look different. But they do, focus primarily on consumable products. So if you have a combination store, IT Retail could also be a good option in that case. If you are sort of a combination store, I do mention and get that a lot of people maybe don't just sell one specific type of SKU. So, IT Retail could be another good option for those consumable products. As you can see, you're helping grocers worldwide for 25 plus years. I get a lot of people that are in the grocery space also are have a liquor store maybe kind of attached, or just even within the same store as well. So I figured I would throw them in here too because they do also work for that as well if you are going to be selling those types of products. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and that rounds out this list here of some of the best liquor store POS systems, point of sale systems for selling liquor, wine, beer inside a market situation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to check out any of the companies mentioned here in today's video, you can go and check out those links linked down below in the video description. Again, some of which are affiliate links, which can be a great way to help out and support the channel. If you guys enjoyed this video, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.